Are you letting your leads come onto your list and then nothing? Are your leads like ghosting you after maybe the first email? Well, what if you could warm up those beautiful humans, those leads, those emails coming in, and get them from a cold lead to automatically wanting to learn more about you, booking appointments, and even buying your products? If you would like a way to automate warming up your leads, then hang in, because that's what today's Strategy with Sally is all about. So drop me a dance emoji if you're ready to automate while you're sleeping an email warm-up series with us here today. And as always, we are going to head on to our little dance party as we wait for all our VIPs to come on in to the Elite Room and the Voz, and I'll see you on the other side in 3.5 minutes.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Shine. Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine.
Welcome to Strategy with Sally. Today we are going to be talking automation and how you can build trust fast using a very simple 5 email sequence. And you don't have to write a single word all by yourself. We're going to give you help, and you're going to meet Chloe today as well. So let me know in the chat if you are watching this on live or if you're on replay. And do you currently have an Indoctrination series email? Or do you even know what it is? Let me know in the chat. Don't be shy. Get those tippy tap fingers out and come back to me if you're multitasking. Do you have yourself an indoctrination series? Now, what we're going to be building today is something I had in the old system I was using, but I've never actually rebuilt it in our new software. So I will be rebuilding it live with you today. But first, I want you to understand exactly what it is. All right, so Joanne says she's live and no email. Shout out to Deborah. Yes, she's created it. Love that. Natalie's like, I don't have one and I don't know what it is. Well, that's going to help you today for sure. Rachel says, no, I don't, and just learned about this from me today. Well, that's good. I love that I'm teaching you something new. That's what makes me really happy. So anyway, if we have not yet met, I'm Sally Sparks Cousins. I am the co-founder of OmniSAM. I am a self-confessed tech automation nerd, and I'm here to guide you when it comes to making marketing sparkly, magical, and easy. Now, this isn't just about writing an email. It's really all about building a relationship with those new leads that actually moves them into action so that you can help them. And by the end of this session, you'll know exactly how you can set up this 5 email framework, but also how you can track it, how you can manage the engagement, and also how you can use Chloe, the copywriting wizard, to be able to help you get started with these emails. Now, who's played with Chloe? If you've played with Chloe, let me know in the chat. What do you think of her? We've actually had some clients say, I always used to hate AI and bots, but Chloe's got heart. And that was so lovely to hear when, our business model is to create automation and AI with heart. So first off, let's talk about what is the orientation series or the indoctrination email series. So what it is, it's a 5 email series. And look, why don't we draw a picture? So if you're on the podcast, then come searching for us over on YouTube, because I'm about to draw a picture. Otherwise, I'll try my best to verbally explain it to you as well. And for those of you who are here live, hang out, because we'll be doing Q&A, and Tuesdays at 9 a.m. every single week I'm here live. But also, I stay until all questions are answered for all of our community members. So please hang on in and get those questions ready for the end of the session. All right. So let's head on over to my iPad. Let's hope I can click the right button here. Ah, look at that. First go. But it's not the right window. Oh dear. Let me find the window. Here and here. No, that's not it. That's my other iPad. Why has it stopped? Okay, something's happened. Oh, yes, my NDI has stopped streaming. Let's try and turn that little thing on. That's why you can't see anything. The joys of live streaming. Mar, you will edit this out, right? There we go. So Mar's going to edit out that mess on the podcast. And here we are. All right. So let's talk about the 5 emails and what they actually look like in an automation workflow. So what will happen is you will get a new lead. Okay, so that's usually an email address. But also remember, it is a beautiful human who wants and needs your help. And they've opted into something, whether it is a lead magnet or just the contact us form on your website or your newsletter subscription on your website, which is part of what we build into your business in a box. After they give you their email address, then we send them, well, first it could be their freebie or whatever they have requested, right? So generally people come in because they get a little free gift, which is a PDF or a little ebook of some sort, who knows, but it's just a very small thing. We talk about this all the time. But after they've received the freebie and maybe they've taken no action, you can then put them into the Indoctrination series. Now, what we do is we need to recognize if that person has been on the list before, right? So if they're only just joining the list, then this is the people that we send this to. If they've been on your list for a really long time and it's your first time sort of building this and you've already got an established list, then providing that that person is not already in some kind of email campaign, then you can put them into this series. And so what you'll send them is first email. Now, email number 1 is really a welcome email and a why you are here. Okay. So that's what email 1 is all about. The purpose of this email is to give a good first impression and then also to build a little bit of curiosity so that they will open the next email. So we wait, right? We wait 1 day and then we send another email. Now, the second email, this is about making sure that they're aware that their struggle, whatever it is that they're needing help with, right, those struggles are valid, right? And the purpose of this email is to relate to the pain points. So whatever you normally hear from your audience, what are those? What are those pain points or struggles or, the places in which they get stuck? And we want them to understand that we get it. We understand you. Then again, we will wait 1 day and then we send another email. Now, this email is the results and proof email. So with this one, we're now saying from the previous, right? We understand, we get you, we've heard it before, but now here's the results and the proof of what is possible. And what is possible if they work with you, right? That's the purpose of the third email, is to show what is possible when they work with you. Then I'll just grab my little arrow and go, then we wait another 1 day and then we send another email number 4. And this is about your method. So what is your method? What is your unique strategy? People may call it your framework. I call it your signature method. What are the steps and the order in which you take people through to get them to the result? So the purpose of email number 4 is to educate and also to build credibility. Then we again wait another 1 day and we send the 5th email. And this 5th email, this is about the next steps. So we're wanting them to take the next step. So the purpose of this email is to really activate them and to get them to convert to whatever that offer is. Now, that offer could be book a call, right? Or it could be, buy a small thing. Now, remember, these people have just met you. These aren't people that have been on your list for a really long time. So it's going to be much harder for you to close into a $2,000 offer with just 5 emails. So the best next step towards you is one of 2 things: getting them to give up a little bit of their time or a little bit of their money. So a little bit of time is book a call. A little bit of money is like a tripwire offer, anywhere between sort of $1 to $47. It's that price point in which they don't really need to go and ask permission or get a loan from the bank, right? Or move money around. It's that kind of price point. What it's doing is it's helping you to see that they're kind of self-qualifying themselves by booking the appointment or making the purchase. Now, this email series does not just stop there when it comes to the automation side of things. This is just the emails, but we're also building in what we call the indoctrination scoring. So if they open 1 email, then we make them 20% indoctrinated. Then if they open 2 emails, then they're 40% indoctrinated. If they open 3, 60%. If they open 4, 80%. And if they open all 5, it means 100% indoctrinated. Now, there's different ways in which you could be scoring. One is with a tag, right? So when somebody opens an email, you add a status tag, right, to let us know how indoctrinated they are. And the status tag would be indoctrinated and then the percentage rate. Then if they open 2 emails, we would remove the 20% and we would add the 40% tag, and so on. Then we would know how indoctrinated they are. But it still doesn't stop there. Now, if somebody opens no emails, it's really not worth your time or effort to be reaching out to those people. But at which point do you think, get your tippy tap fingers out, would it be worth you actually then picking up the phone and ringing them or calling them? Oh, hang on. So they've just updated the NDI stream. Sorry, guys, it's happening again. It's stopped the broadcast. There's been an update to the NDI streamer, and it looks as though it's just going to sleep on me every so often. So I'll look into problem solving that later. So at which point would you think, okay, they're actually interested because they've opened enough emails. They've kind of pre-qualified themselves. So the point in which we are still having automation when they open at the 20% and the 40%, but if they open 3 and they hit the 60%, we actually want that to trigger a task to call, or if you don't have the phone number, email. Now that is where you will create a to-do task and letting you know that this person is 60% indoctrinated. You need to call them. And then if they go forth and open the next one, again, set up another task so you don't forget, and you would follow up. And 100%, I mean, these guys are ready. They're really eager to learn more about what it is that you do. All right. So, what I've also done for you is I've created a little workbook that's going to actually help you to create this email series. And if you're worrying about what am I going to put in it, well, that's where our amazing Chloe, the copywriter, is going to step in. So Chloe's pretty cool because she will learn about you and your business and your message and your offers and your tone of voice. And then she will help you write this email series. Now, not only are you going to be able to use Chloe, if you're a part of our community, you get access to Chloe. If you're not, there will be a link around this video where you can go and check her out. And, she's a small monthly fee, but think about what you would pay a copywriter per month. She's pretty awesome. Even if you're not using OmniSAM, she will help you with your content for social media. She will help you with your sales pages, landing pages, and loads of other marketing and sales things. She has been educated with all the stuff I know about copywriting when it comes to marketing. So as always, we always do a little GSD together, don't we? Every single strategy with Sally. So don't worry if you haven't got Chloe yet. I'm going to show you where you can get your hands on her in a second. But first, let's head on over and build the automation. And I'm going to hopefully hit this and it's going to take me to the right screen. Yay! Also, we're in the right area. So this will be going in, and if you are part of our community, so you're an elite and above, we can push this automation across to you. And also what I have, oops, I forgot to get it open. Let me go and open it 1 second. I've got a little workbook here, and I've got to open it in the right place. Bear with me, heading into the right place. Here we go. So this here is the little workbook that will come for you. And for those that are here inside of Zoom, I am going to attach it for you in the chat. There we go. It's coming on through. So inside of this workbook, it's going to help you to first reflect on the key details about your business voice and tone, your audience and your goals. It's then going to help you to generate a prompt tailored to your specific business niche. And you're going to be able to use Chloe, the copywriting wizard, to write your 5 emails, and then we're going to build out the automation so that you know what it is or when and how indoctrinated somebody is. So what we have on the first page here is the information that you need to be thinking about. So what is your name? What is your business's name? Then what do you do? Who do you help? Also, what is the voice or the tone of voice for your business? And is it professional? Is it fun? Is it bold? Is it warm? Is it inspirational? Right? A little bit of Google will help you with that too if you're not sure. If you've got any testimonials or any success stories that you can share. And then what action do you want them to actually take? Will it be to book a call or will it be to purchase that small tripwire? Also, write down some of the challenges that you know that your ideal client faces. So where do they struggle? Where do they get stuck? What are the questions that you hear them always asking you for help with? And then do you actually have your own framework or method? You know, what is that? Let Chloe know. Now, with answering all of these questions, the more specific that you can be and the more detail that you can give will actually get you a better result in the end with what you will put into those emails. Now, also, once you have sort of sat and thought and written about all of those questions that we just covered, then you will come here to the copy and paste section of the guide. And in here, you will take everything inside of this green square, you will highlight it, you will fill in your answers to each of these questions, such as your name, business name, what you do, voice, testimonials, what is the call to action, pain points, and your method and framework. And then she has been instructed how to write the emails. Now, just know that she's also got knowledge attached to her about how to write in a really good sales and marketing copywriting style. So what she's going to give you will be a starting point as well. So don't think she's just going to write it and you won't change anything. And I would highly recommend that with all things that come with AI, that it's a starting point and then you can still go in and through that and make it a little better, right? Make it match what you do, how you speak. And the more you educate Chloe, the smarter she is going to get as well. So all of that you will copy. Now, there's some bonus tips here on the last page for you as well. So this little lead magnet, right? I have a lead magnet here. This one has been designed to speed up the process of using Chloe. So before we dive into Chloe, let's head into OmniSAM. So here we are inside of our demo account, and what we're going to do first is we're going to build the workflow for when we get a new lead. So the way in which we will do this is you will head to automations, and then under automations, you are going to, and just don't mind what this looks like because this isn't our actual proper filing system in this demo account. But in automations, you will create a folder and it'll be called a stage 2 indoctrination series. Oops, and if I could spell correctly, we would be good to go. Indoctrination. There we go. Still spelt it wrong. Thank you, spell checker. There we go. So first we'll create that stage 2 folder called Indoctrination. Then we head into that, and the first thing we're going to do is create the email campaign. So let's create a workflow and start from scratch. We must name the workflow or a little birdie will die. So it's called stage 2. Actually, sorry, it's called 2.01 and it is Indoctrination Email Series. And again, let's get with the spelling, Sally. Indoctrination. I always spell it wrong. There we go. Okay. Oh, I said my name and it thought I said Siri. I did not say Siri. I said my own name. Oh, dear. All right. So 2.01 Indoctrination Email Series. So I just like to save as we go. Now, we're going to add a trigger, and the trigger will be contact created. So when a brand new contact is created, we then put them into this email series. Then we're going to put a little wait at the very start, and we're going to wait for a specific condition. And the condition is that the contact's, let me just scroll down. The contact's email address is not empty. Because if it's empty, no need to put them through, right? So we will leave them hanging there until we do get their email address. So we save that. Then we will add, and now we will put wait, another wait, and we will wait for 1 day. Because normally what happens is they're opting into something and they're getting an email, right, from that opt-in. So we will wait a day. Then, look here, I have not added words, which means a little birdie's dying right now. So the first wait is email is not empty. Right, we've got to name as we go. The next wait is 1 day and save. Then we can send an email. So the first email is email 1, and it is, let me just go grab, just copy the words for the name of the email. One moment, please. Just going over to my notes. It's called the Email 1 Welcome. Why are you here? So I'm going to give that, put that into the action name, and for now, I'm also going to put that into the subject line. Now, the from name here inside of the email will be your name. If you leave this blank, it will automatically just fill in the default name that is on the account. So the one that's registered for the business. And the same for the from email. You can insert a custom value if you've got the business in a box for the from email address, or if you leave it blank, it will fill itself in with the email address that is under your business info settings. Then you have to actually write the email. Now, I'm not going to write the email right now. I'm just going to paste that in there, which is just the subject line, so that I can build out the rest of the sequence, and then I'll come back to the email. So once that is done, I'm going to click Save. Now, what you can see here is I've got wait 1 day and an email, and what we're going to do is from the wait 1 day, we are going to click on the 3 dots, we're going to go to copy, and we're going to choose all actions from here. Then when we put that under the first email, we automatically have wait 1 day and we have the second email. So I'm going to just put the name of the second email into the action name, into the subject line, and into the message body for now. And then, of course, we're going to save that action. Now we've got 2 emails and 2 1-day waits. So I'm going to go to the very first 1-day wait. I'm going to click on the 3 dots. I'm going to come down to copy and choose all actions from here, and then go to the bottom under the second email, and I'm going to copy here. And now I've automatically added in 2 more emails that gets us to 4. So I'm going to go into email 3 and I'm going to name it so that, we protect those beautiful little birdies and none of them die. We'll give it a name for the action and the subject line, and also let's copy the right things. So email 3, which is share results and social proof, and save that action. Come down to the 4th email, and then we're going to do the same thing there. We're going to add the name email 4, reveal my method, email in the action name, subject line, and for now inside of the message body. And then, where did we go? Hang on a minute. I've hit a button and I can't get back. I'm going to click save. It's all disappeared. I must have scrolled to some weird place accidentally. Give me a second while I jump out and jump back into the automation. And then I'll be able to see what I'm doing. There we go. So we then come down and we just need one more email. So we're going to click on the 3 dots. Come here. We're going to go copy all actions from here, pop it under email 4, and now we have the last email, which is email 5, activate and convert. So we're going to give it the name in the action name. We're going to do that in the subject line, and also we're going to do that inside of the message body, and then click save. Awesome. So now that we have all of those things in place, it is now time to start thinking about what we're going to put in it. So let's head to Chloe. Now, inside of Chloe, what you'll be doing is you are going to use that prompt to be able to write the emails. Then from there, you will copy and paste the emails into those emails you've just created. Make sure that you're happy with the way it looks and reads, okay? And then you will publish the workflow. But the automation doesn't stop there. But let's finish off with Chloe. Now, because we've got a few people in the room, who would like me to use them as an example? Who would like to be? Come on, first person to raise their hand who's willing to come on screen, and we'll use Chloe for their Natalie. Come on up, baby. All right, let's see Natalie here and make sure I can get her onto the screen. Where is she? Here. Hello, Natalie. If you just want to talk, honey.
Oh, hello.
Hello,
This
how
is
are
a
you?
bit- Good. This is a bit scary. I'm going to have all my answers ready for you.
Oi, I love this. All right, so let me just make sure that I can get to the right screen that also does a share and puts us side by side. So there you are, but also I need this window. Where are you? Hello, where is my window? Actually, I might go back and grab it from this window. If I copy that layer and then come back to not that one. Yep, that one. I'm going to paste that in there. All right, let's have a look. So what we're going to do is, we don't need all this stuff over here. Oops.
Let me just tell my family to shut up. They're very loud in the back.
Oh, you're good, darling. You are totally good. All right. Please be quiet. Mum's on the live stream. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down here first, and I'm going to copy all of this information from the PDF. So copy, and then oh, my computer's doing all kinds of freaky stuff. All right, I think it needs a reboot. I'm hoping it's not messing everything up. All right, Rachel, and I want to make sure you stay on screen because Joanne, there we go. Okay, there she is. So I'm just copying this and I'm going to pop it over here inside of ChatGPT, which is for Chloe. So your name is Natalie. And your business name, please, Natalie.
Human Design Studio.
And what is it that you do and who do you help?
I help mid-career professionals who are feeling restless and unfulfilled reignite their passions for work using human design, NLP, and hypnosis. So I'm a human potential coach if we need to add that in.
So
as well.
I've got here, you help mid-career professionals that feel restless and unfulfilled reignite their passion for work using, and can you just state those things again? Using.
Yeah, human design,
Mm-hmm.
NLP, or we can write neuro-linguistic programming.
Yep. It knows.
And hypnosis.
Okay. And what is the tone of voice for you and your business?
My tone of voice is bold. Let me just give it, I've written all this out, but just give me. Okay. Bold, visionary, and emotionally intelligent. Combination of fearless innovation and deep empathy.
Combination of, what was that?
Fearless innovation and deep empathy.
Okay. Now, do you have any proof or social proof, testimonials, success stories? And if so, could you copy and paste that to me if you've got some testimonials?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, I do. Let me just trying to think where they are.
And while you're searching for that, what will your call to action be? Will it be to book a call or to purchase something?
So my call to action, so you were just talking about it could be something paid or it could be to book a call, right?
Correct.
Let's use it to book a call.
Yep.
I think that's probably easiest.
Yep. Okay. And what's your website again, please, Natalie?
www.humandesignstudio.com.au.
Okay. And I believe I'm just going to go and check your account, but I will put your actual book a call link in. Just bear with me. I'm going to jump into your actual account and just confirm what that call link is. If it's what I think it is, it'll be fine, but I'm also going to double check so I don't mess it up. So I'm going to go to Human Designs. What a great domain name you got.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased that I nailed that one. I was surprised that it wasn't that it was available.
Yeah, so good. All right, let's have a look here. I'm just going to check your appointment funnel. All right, we're going to add in the appointment link here. And then you're still looking for your testimonials. What about your ideal client's main pain points and common struggles?
So they are incredibly successful at what they do, but they don't like it. So they're hating work. They've got the golden handcuffs, so they don't feel like they can do something different because they've kind of got them into a position where they're financially beholden to the income that they're making. And they don't feel like their skills are transferable. Sorry, speaking too quickly.
No? Okay, so and they don't believe their skills are transferable. All right, so I've got here, they're incredibly successful at what they do, but they don't like it. They are wearing the golden handcuffs. They don't feel like they can try anything else as they are financially secure, and they don't believe their skills is transferable. How does that sound?
Yep.
Excellent. Do you have a name for the method that you help them with?
Breakthrough to unstoppable.
Excellent. And we're just waiting for a few testimonials. If you could drop those.
Yep,
it's
it's too long. So I wonder if I need to do it in bits. Just a minute.
Yeah. Or just send me a direct link to the doc and tell me where. It's up to you. Or just put one. It's up to you.
Actually, let me just, because it's on Facebook is where I've copied it from. So
Yep.
I'll just do it in a few bits.
All right. I'm just trying to copy that. So I'm just grabbing those testimonials here and popping them into the copy. Oops, not that one. Let's do a screenshot, I think. Sometimes that works a bit better.
I'll just do that one. That can do for now.
That'll do for now. I'll send you the final that you can still then continue to tweak and make better. All right, so I'm going to stick this one testimonial in here that I've just copied. Hopefully it's copied properly. There we go. There we go. Awesome. All right, so now we've got all of that in there and we just hit return. So what it's now going to do is Chloe is going to write the emails for you. So email 1, welcome and why are you here? Subject line is, welcome to the beginning of something big. Hi, first name, welcome. I'm generally honoured you're here. If you're reading this, chances are you've hit that quiet moment of reflection where outwardly you're successful, respected, accomplished, maybe even envied, but something deeper is stirring. So as you can see, it has a little bit of copy ready for you to take and tweak. All right, so we've got the 4 emails. I will send these through to you as well so that you can, copy and use them. But from what you're seeing and a little quick scan as I've working my way through, how does that first email sound to you? It's that little whisper that says, there's more than this. The whisper that brought you here. And trust me, that's not coincidence. That's your soul knocking. In this email series, I'll show you why that restlessness isn't random and why it'll make it matters more than you think. How human design NLP and hypnosis can unlock the version of you that's been quietly waiting. And what it really takes to become unstoppable on your terms. So settle in. You're about to start remembering who you are with more importantly, what you're here to do. So see how it's created a bit of curiosity there so that when they get tomorrow's email, so there's a little something here that I would ask it to add is let them know to move, like they need to read. So in each email, and I might add this as well, which is something I would do in each email, also focus on how important it is to read the next day's email so that we can start to entice them. So what we're doing is it's helping to qualify people for you as well. Because if they're not interested, they're not going to go and look or wait for tomorrow. So it's just added a little bit more. So tomorrow's email is important. We'll talk about the real reason for your career success might feel hollow and how to stop silencing that voice that says, this isn't it. You won't want to miss it. Cool? And then you can see at the bottom, there's just a little link that'll take them directly to your calendar form. Now, it looks like we haven't activated that because you're still building your business in a box, but that's where it'll go. And it is to the 9-step follow-up trigger. So as you build out your business in a box, you'll learn more about that. But that's your first email, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, Chloe's pretty cool, right? What you liking what you're seeing? Yeah.
Yeah, I just need some email addresses now.
Right?
Just got to get that lead magnet happening.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So as you can see, Chloe's really, really helpful because, one, I've spent a lot of time educating her on the way in which I write marketing from all the years of study I've done through all the different copywriting courses. Who knew somebody who has dyslexia, I'm even doing it now, dyslexia, and ADHD, who hates reading, actually loves writing. I do, because, marketing copy actually needs to be written like a 5th grader. So you don't need to put in a lot of like really big words that you feel like you got to get a dictionary out to figure out. Like, it should be so simple. No, I call them flowery words because people want to just show off their intelligence by using really big words that most people don't really understand. And the other good thing with writing like a 5th grader is grammar goes out the window as well when it comes to writing marketing copy. So if you want to split a sentence up, right, and you want, because the paragraph is too long and thick and hard to read, do it. I always like to split a sentence up. I'll split a sentence and then go ... and continue the sentence, because it's about making it easy to read by using bullet points, bold, italic, changes in color, no more than 3 lines, right? Then you have to split your paragraph as well. So not big, thick chunks of words as well. So Chloe, I've told her everything I can possibly think of, and also every piece of training that you will see, she's also been educated on that. So if you were to ask her to look at her knowledge base for the Indoctrination series, she can ask you the right questions beforehand as well. So every time I create a new thing, I also upload that knowledge base into her so she can call on that. So if you were to ask her to write the Give Ask email series from the List Growth Made Easy course, she knows. All right, so that's Chloe. She's there to help you if you aren't fabulous at copywriting. Now, the other thing that I have, and just bear with me while I quickly just check, is I also wrote, and this one is more template style. So I also, if we just come back to the computer, which is this screen here. So here we are back inside of the Indoctrination series, and for template purposes, I've also got templates here that will help. Oh, where did you go?
Excuse me, Sally, we can't read anything on there. It's too
Blurry.
blurry.
Well, it is for you. Yeah. All right, give me one moment and I will fix that for you. I'm just bringing up the document that I forgot to leave open. Oh, come back here. Maybe I didn't. Okay. Sorry, guys. Just give me one sec. I've got to find it. And then I'll do a share screen for you guys in the Zoom room so you can see it as well. There we go. All right. So, sorry. God, my computer's like doing this kind of freaky, shaky thing going on at the moment, which is a little annoying. All right, here we go. Where are you? Come here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill in these emails, but they're actually going to be templates for those people who are going to grab the the emails that come in part of, like if we push this across to your account. So hi, contact, first name. I'm so glad you're here. You've taken the first step towards insert transformation. Let me introduce myself. I help, and over the next few days, you'll receive a short email that states, and here's what to expect. Until then, hit reply. What's your number one goal right now? I'd love to know. And then end with user's signature. So that is a template now that we can use to push to your account. So you don't even have to build it, right? So I'm going to save that email, and then I'm going to do the second email template, which is subject line, you're not alone and you're not stuck. So again, we're going to grab this and I'm going to paste in the templated text, hi, and we're going to insert customers. Hey, come back here. Come on. There we go. Insert contacts, first name. And then, have you ever felt, insert the pain point. I know it can be hard. You're not alone. In fact, most people, and share a relatable story. Here's what I want you to know. Your struggles are valid, but they're so solvable. The good news, you don't have to figure this out on your own. In my next email, I'll share with you some real stories, insert the outcome, and then sign off with your user signature. User signature. There we go. That's number 2. Oh, we better put that little thing back on there and save. Now, email number 3, share your results. So this works is the subject line, and here's the proof. And then again, the body text is inserted. Hi, first name, insert. Why do you do that to me? Let's scroll and insert. Whoops, not that one. Let's try that again. Custom, value, contact, first name, and hi name. I promised you a real story. Meet, insert my client's name. When we first met, they were, insert what they were when they started, and within, insert the time frame. They, insert the results. And what they said was, insert the actual testimonial, and then you can rinse and repeat and put a couple of those in. And then these stories aren't to brag, they're to remind you that it is absolutely possible. And in my next email, I'll break down the how. So stay tuned, cheering you on, and then insert user's signature. Then save. Now we'll move on to number 4. The subject line that we have for the template in number 4 is the 3-step system that changed everything. And of course, you're going to change it to whatever your process is and how many steps there are. But if you can't choose, I always say, what do I say? If you can't choose, choose 3. I will one day write that book. Oops, not last name. Hey, insert custom value, first name. I want to show you exactly how. Insert the desired result with these 3 pillars. Pillar name with a brief explanation. What makes this system different is insert your unique selling point. And we don't just give you theory, we guide you step by step. And in the final email, I'll share with you how you can get started, whether you're just curious or ready now. Until then, which of the 3 steps do you need right now? Talk soon and insert user's signature. So if you're wondering where the signature comes from, it's your profile under settings, my profile, and whatever you put in that signature area is what will fill in there. And it's not that, it is email users signature. There we go. All right. Then we're going to move to the final 5th email, which subject line is make it happen. And again, I'm going to grab the placeholder text and we're going to paste that in there. Hi, first name. She usually puts the correct squiggly line thing, but she's not doing it today. I will make sure I update her knowledge. By now, you've seen how we work, what is possible, and why you're not alone. So here's my question to you. Are you ready to take the next step? If you're serious about insert the transformation that you help them with, then I'd like to help you. Then insert, for example, the call to action, book a call, join the program, try the system, and a little bit of scarcity. We only offer insert the number of spots, or it could be a limited time offer as they're new on your list, so that even if you're even a little curious, now is the time. Your future self will thank you. And then we will sign off with the user's signature. Okay, there we go. And usually on the last email especially, you'll put in your little CTA link at the bottom as well. All right, that's our 5 emails. And when you have written them all, then you come up the top here from draft, turn it to published, and click save. Now, how do we actually start to rank these or rate these? Well, we need to make another automation. So we're going to head back into the automation area under workflows and to stage 2 indoctrination series into that folder, and we're going to create a new recipe. Oh, and then we're going to click start from scratch. Now at the top here, you're going to write 2.02 and it is indoctrination ratings. Of course, I always spell it wrong. Thank you. There we go. So the first thing that gets triggered at the top here is an email that is opened. So we're going to add the trigger event as an email event. And the email event will be an event in a workflow. And the workflow we need is 2.01, the indoctrination email series. And in that workflow, the event is email opened. And then click save. Then we come down to add an action. And the action is going to be if. If this happens, then do that. So we're going to click if. Now what's going to happen here is we're going to need to make different branches. So the first branch we're going to make is 20% indoctrinated, which means 1 email opened. And she's very good at not spelling correct. Okay, so that'll be the first branch. Then we're going to say if the contacts details, and we're looking for a tag, is and does not include, and this one will be, and we're going to make these tags status, space, indoctrinated, and then 20%. And I'm going to copy that. And I'm just going to say add new tag. So I'm going to create these tags as I need them. So it does not contain the 20. Next, we'll add another branch. So an easy way to add a branch so you don't have to do all of these steps again is to click on the 3 dots and click duplicate branch. Now we can just change the word that says copy 20% indoctrinated to 40% indoctrinated, opened 2 emails. Then we're going to create a new tag called 40, add new tag. And what I might just do while I'm here is I'm going to create all of the tags. So 40, 60, 80, and 100. So now I've got all the tags. Now, this one will be 40% indoctrinated, means tag includes, and the tag is 20% status. So if they've got the 20% indoctrinated tag, they're going to fall through here. Then we're going to duplicate this branch and change it to the 60% indoctrinated. They've opened 3 emails, which means they would have the 40% tag on them. Then again, we're going to duplicate that branch. We're going to add 80% indoctrinated, and they would have the 60% tag on them. Then we're going to duplicate that one again, and we're changing that to 100%, and they've opened 5 emails, and they would have the 80% tag on it, and save. So now what we've got is a decision diamond here that says if this contact has a tag that does not include 20% status, that means that they go down that path. Then if they have the 40%, so they've opened 2, they would have the 20% because we have not yet applied it, if that makes sense. So that's how this workflow will then segment them off into the right area. So when they now come down into the 20% area, we're going to add that 20% indoctrinated tag to the contact's record and save. So I'm just going to, of course, remember to name it, right? Status indoctrinated 20%, then save. Now, if they come down the 40%, first we're going to remove the tag, which is the 20% one. And I better put that on the end. So we're naming things correctly. So we're going to remove that tag, and then we will add a tag. And this one is the 40% tag. We'll name it as status tag added for the 40% and save. Then, so we don't have to make these from the start, what we can do is under the 40% branch, we can go to the top tag, click on the 3 dots and go to copy all actions from here and paste it across under the 60%. And then we just have to change the numbers. So we're going to remove the 40% and save, and we're going to add the 60% tag and save. Then we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to, under the 60% one, we're going to click on the top tag, 3 dots, copy all actions from here, copy it here under the 80% one. Then we will come in here and we will remove the 40%. Oh, hang on, 60%. Remove the 60% indoctrination tag, change its name and save, and we will add the 80% tag under there and save. And finally, we will go to copy all actions from here and move them over under the 100% and making sure, oops, we're naming things as we go. We're going to remove the 80% indoctrinated tag and save. And then we're going to add the 100% indoctrinated tag. Now, this is a status tag, but also this is what I call an activity. Now, an activity is something that when added, an activity tag, it never gets removed from the file. So we are going to add in this one activity tag for the indoctrination series. And we will put 100% because that's what they've done. The human has opened all 5 of the indoctrination emails. Activity, indoctrination, 100%. And we don't need the status tag any longer because now they are officially fully indoctrinated. So a status tag is really only showing you what sequences they're in or if they're partway through a process, okay? But once they're fully indoctrinated, that's a completed activity. So instead of a status tag, we're adding an activity tag at the end and save. So now that we have that, we also need to set up those tasks. So I'm going to create a task under the 60%. And the task is going to be connect with lead. And they are 60% indoctrinated. And again, can't spell. Let's fix that. There we go. Very badly fixed. Very bad spelling, but that's all good. Okay, so the title of the task will be the same. Connect with, and we're going to, instead of using the word lead, we're going to go contacts, full name, and they're 60% indoctrinated. Then we'll write a description. This contact has opened 3 of the 5 emails in the, let's just copy the word because I know I'll spell it wrong, in the indoctrination email series. You must now connect with them via phone, if available, or email as last resort. Now, I put that in there because I want you to pick up the phone. Then we'll just add in here, and here's a little hot tip. If you ever see a square with these 3 little lines right down here on the bottom, you can actually drag those squares out so you can make more room. And this is on any form or field that you see inside of OmniSAM. So I'm going to put the name of the lead and then insert the name. So contact's full name. Let's pop that there. Then their email, and pop in their email, and then their phone number, and I'll pop in their phone number, and their country always helps me because if it's available, I want to kind of guess what time zone they're in, and then also time zone if it's available. And there's a field for time zone as well. Contacts time zone. So now we've got the information that we need in order to send that. Then you will assign this to you, right? And it is due within 1 day. And then you'll click save. Now we've got that task. We're going to copy it. Copy action all from here, or just copy action because it's only one. And we're going to change just a couple of pieces, which is 80%. So instead of 60, and that they've opened 4 of 5 emails. And that's it. And save. And then finally, copy all actions, or copy one action. And then we're going to make a little change to 100% indoctrinated, 100%, and 5 of 5. Great. And save action. Now there's one other thing that I want to put in each of these tasks to make your job easier, and that is the link that goes to the attempt to contact form. So the attempt to contact form is, I'm going to need to go and grab that just from an automation. But if you've got the business in a box, you will know all about the magic of the ATC, which is, let me just come back to you while I'm searching for that. So the magic of ATC is it sets up reminders for you to contact people, and the rules for attempts to contact are as follows. Attempt number 1, 2, and 3 must happen within a week. So if it's an ATC 1, then 2 you need to do within the next week. So they can't be more than a week apart, right? So every week for 1, 2, and 3. Then the next one is 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now they're 2 weeks apart. So attempt to contact 4 will happen 2 weeks after number 3. And then 5 will happen 2 weeks after 4, and 6, and so on. And then when they get to 7, 8, and 9, it's 1 month between attempts to contact. Now, this is what I call the fortunes in the follow-up workflow, because you are following up like a professional. So what I'm doing right now is I'm heading into an area of OmniSAM, which is called custom values, which you get as somebody who uses OmniSAM. And I'm just copying the custom value for that form. So back over here, inside of the automation, here under tasks, I'm going to write link to the attempt to contact. Oh, that's not working very well. Let's try link to, let's just the attempt to contact form. And then I'm going to put on this link here I'm going to paste in the custom value on the task. It's going to be a massively long link, but it's awesome. Okay, I can't place it on the link because it is a task. So I'm just going to grab that and copy and save. Now, I'm not just going to rely on the fact that you've been given a task and that you're going to do it. I would love it if you all followed through and did with the things that you're supposed to do, but I'm not going to risk that you might not do the thing. So I'm also going to, as well as a task, I'm going to send an internal notification type, and it's going to be an email directly to you, the user. And here select, and it's the assigned user, which is you. And the subject line will be, I've just pasted in that. Just give me one moment. I'm just going to go back to the task. Come here, save. What am I missing? Issues with variables, I know. Let's just remove you then. Cut. Just put some words in there for now. I'm going to pop that in here into the subject line, and I'm going to also put a emoji so it really stands out. Let me just find emojis because it won't let me do it directly in there. I'm a big emoji person. My entire team, they see me sorting and filing with emojis all the time. All right. And the shortcut for an emoji is not working over here. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to grab my emoji list over here. All right. And for a task, this is my emoji for a task. Right. So that's a task. And connect with, and the name and the percentage rate of indoctrination. Then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to grab the copy from here, and then I'm going to pop it into the email. So this email, now we've got to remove the link, remove the link, remove the link from all of these. And then this custom value can actually be put directly onto the words. So it doesn't look like it heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps of words. Oh, action, open a new window and save. And let's make it nice and big. So there we go. That is the internal notification via email. Now, if you want to take it even further, you could also add another. So we're going to copy action. I'm going to stick it down here. And if you wanted to, you could do an bell notification. So, you've got the little bell notification at the top inside the app or on the phone, and an SMS as well. And with an SMS, with the phone number in the SMS, you could just click on it and call. But you must fill in the ATC form, right? But that is entirely up to you. I'm going to just get rid of all of that. And the email, the text message will be, this contact's opened, all the emails. You must now connect with him via phone. And then at the bottom, make sure to check email for link to the ATC form to complete. There we go. So there's a nice email that's going out, a text message with a phone number that they can just click directly on as well. So now we've got 2 ways to make sure you follow up, and save. So now all we need to do is, just like we did for everything previously, we're going to click on the 3 dots for these 2 internal notifications, and we're going to copy all actions from here and paste it over there. We are also going to change that 60 to 80 and the 3 to 4, and the same in the SMS. We're going to change the 60 to 80 and the 3 to 4. And we'll copy this across again. Copy all actions, stick it there. And finally, 100% indoctrinated, and they've opened 5 of 5 emails. Oh, was that the SMS? Oh, this needs to be. Oh, that was correct. Yes, that was the email. Let's do the SMS, which then changes to 105 and save. And once that has all been done, all you then need to do is turn it from draft to published and save. Excellent. There we go. So this is now how we can automate what's happening for the percentage rates of opens for the Indoctrination series. And now your emails are nurturing for you in the background. Automation is taking care of qualifying and segmenting. And then you need to follow through and do those human parts once they've opened 3 or more emails. So that is the Indoctrination series. So as we wrap up, some key takeaways for you is you do not need to start this from scratch. If you are one of our elites or done for you clients, just reach out and we can push this entire sequence into your account for you. If you're an elite, you will customize yourself. If you're a done for you, we can do it all for you. Now, also, you can start to track how you're nurturing leads and how they're responding to that sequence. It is really smart automation, which makes for better conversations. So when you automate, you're actually now segmenting and able to only spend the time with those people who are most important, right? Those who are opening every email because they want to know more. And don't forget about Chloe, right? She is your content creating, copywriting dream, and she's much cheaper than hiring a copywriter. So as we close off today, we're going to come into those VIPs that are still here and are wanting to do a key takeaway from today. Let me stop the share screen for them in the room. All right, key takeaway, biggest aha. I'm coming to you guys. Let me find you in my Zoom account. So to begin with, well, let's just kick off with Natalie, because Natalie, you were, Joanne's spazzing out there. What was a key takeaway for you?
I think key takeaway was all the work that I guess you do in the background to get yourself, like your target audience, naming your program, what you do, like there was all that work I'd done, and I could quickly just give that to you to feed in. And what spits out is like it's in my voice exactly how I want to use it, which I do in ChatGPT, but I think the missing link that I see in ChatGPT is exactly what you were saying around like speaking with or doing it in the way that you've trained it is very different to perhaps how it might sound. It does have that kind of really global feel when you're putting it in ChatGPT, whereas this felt a lot more aligned to quick response, like getting really to the heart of the person who's reading it. So yeah, that was my key takeaway. Thank you so much
You're
for doing
welcome.
that,
You're
Sally.
welcome. Deborah, how about you? What was the key takeaway for you?
Very glad that you're doing it for me. Not doing it all for me, but at least that I don't have to create that whole thing, because somewhere along the line it got a little much for me.
That's fine. That's
Um,
why we do this all day, every day, right? This is the stuff that I
Yeah.
went to bed dreaming about this last night because Jackie said, let's do the indoctrination series. And she goes, and people don't realize how much effort goes into it. And that will show them that when you ask them to, people ask us to build an automation, it's not just a few emails, right? There's a lot more strategy behind it. So,
Yeah.
by hearing you say that, that's exactly what Jackie was hoping would happen, is that people are like, oh my God, at least I don't have to do that because we can just give it to
Yeah,
you.
I mean, I did use your life coach pre-prepared text, and I adapted it
Mhm.
without the use of Chloe, but I'm sure she'd be very useful. But it was so easy to adapt that I didn't feel
Oh,
at that point a great need for anything else.
that's
I
good.
will go over them again now that I've listened to this explanation and see that it's all done properly. I had is a question okay now?
Yeah.
Or
Why?
not yet?
Actually, just your key takeaway. We'll go to Joanne and then we'll do Q&A if
Sure.
that's okay. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So, was there a big aha for you in this one? What do you think?
Um, I don't know if there was a big aha because I've just been through the process myself.
Mhm.
So, but I do think that it's superbly organized. You know, the way the idea of the 5 emails and the timing and the texts in each different email, you know, and it looks like something that would draw people in and do the job. So
Love
yeah.
that. Awesome. And Joanne, come on up, Joanne. What was your biggest key takeaway?
I think for me it was Chloe. I just didn't have her. And I like the fact that she'll write the emails that I can then like correct in my own voice so that that works just as well. I love the fact that she will actually do the emails and talk or express herself like she assumes that I would. That
Yes.
was my biggest takeaway.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing. We are going to do Q&A now, but we're going to head off for all of those elites and done for you clients that are here so we can kind of go on the dark side, I call it, and it's sort of open. What happens in the VOS stays in the VOS. So if you're interested in learning more about how to get access to the VOS and to like this Tuesday strategy session, I stay until all questions are answered. Then please reach out to us at support@omnisam.com.au and our team can give you more information around that. But thank you so much for joining us. And look, if you are ready to dig in and use Chloe, then you will find a link for her around this video. And if you would like a copy of the indoctrination email worksheet, again, there is a PDF version available for you. We will stick a link around this video. If you're on the podcast, it'll be in the show notes. And let me think, it's going to be called when I build the funnel for the workbook, it will be, and this is for you, Ma, if you're listening. If you would like to get your hands on the indoctrination email worksheet accompanying this episode, then just head to omnisam.com.au/first 5 emails. That's omnisam.com.au/first 5 emails. And you'll be able to download your own copy. Now, for those who are watching this, that funnel's not yet available. I'm writing that link down. I will make it later today. Oh, first 5 emails. Hang on, Sally, better write that down. I better head off now. But thank you, everybody, for joining us on the live stream. Hope you have an absolutely fabulous week wherever you are in the world. Make sure that you never let anyone dull your sparkle, and also do at least one income producing activity each and every day so that you can pat yourself on the back at the end of the day and say, I would have hired you today. Have a great one, guys. See you next week. Actually, no, tomorrow for demo day, we will be demonstrating some more OmniSAM goodness. All right, bye for now.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're worth it.